Okay, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar between Meridian Business and Celigo. We at Meridian Business are really lucky to have solutions partners like Celigo to be able to help our clients connect their systems together and bridge the gap between their NetSuite ERP and everything else that they use to run their business. With that, I'd like to introduce Craig March along with Kevin Shaw, and they're going to be taking it from here. Thank you so much.
Yep. Hey, thank you. Hi, I'm Craig March. I'm your strategic partner manager that manages the Meridian business relationship. Want to thank them for allowing Celigo to present on their partner spotlight today. Quick housekeeping note, feel free to make this presentation interactive. We'd love to make sure that it's valuable for everybody that's joined. So feel free to ask questions throughout. I'm joined by Kevin Shaw, who's one of my solution consultants, and he will be performing a demo of the Celigo platform. And we look forward to having this webinar with you guys. I'm excited about our partnership with Meridian Business as they align very well to what Celigo does. Today, we're going to focus on introducing Celigo iPaaS to you. And iPaaS is a term which is known as Integration Platform as a Service, if you're unfamiliar with that term. But as we all know, there are a variety of different solutions out there for integrations for business processes, whether they're native connectors or custom development. Really where Celigo comes in and where the power of the platform comes in is Celigo is that single pane of glass to manage all of your integration needs. And we're going to focus on why Celigo is different and why we feel we're the best alternative option to those other solutions in the NetSuite space, and just provide some information to you throughout the day. We've learned from the thousands of companies that we've worked with that on average, companies have 100+ business applications and SaaS applications throughout their entire environment. And but there's a challenge with that. And the problem or the challenge is that these business processes are broken and these apps aren't sharing data throughout the organization, which means as a customer, organizations are not getting the full value out of these software investments. And this is where really Celigo and partners like Meridian Business can help overcome these challenges. A quick note on our partnership that we have with Meridian. A couple things to focus on. Meridian has invested heavily in obtaining certifications. So why is that important to you as a customer is you're in good hands when you're working with them. They've shown a knowledge around our platform. They've established an expertise in the platform and our solutions, and they can really work, we can work together with them to ensure that we're the right fit and the best fit for your NetSuite environment. We've been partners with them for 7 years and have 10+ mutual customers, and look forward to building upon that in the future. A little while ago, Celigo commissioned a Forrester study, and research from that study, Forrester interviewed over 600 different mid-market business leaders and IT leaders, and we came out with some very valuable information. A couple numbers of importance is 89% of businesses have a backlog in their integration projects. So that's a challenge that organizations are facing. And the one that really caught my eye was 71% of respondents said that they use 10 or more business applications to execute on their one primary business process or multiple different primary business processes. And like I said earlier, companies aren't realizing the value of their investments. And really what we can do with working with Meridian is to help organizations improve those business processes by leveraging Celigo's automation platform and automation methodology. If you're not very familiar with Celigo as a whole, We've done this thousands of times. We have over 6,000 different customers. There's probably a few names on here that you may recognize. We've solved for over 131,000 different processes. And on a monthly average, we process over 15 billion records per month. And that is growing at a 30% year-over-year growth to date. The kind of area of importance is at the bottom. How do users and Celigo customers feel about us? So if you look at the bottom left, there's some awards that we've won from G2. And then there's also Gartner user reviews, Salesforce, App Exchange user reviews. We're hitting 4.9s out of 5 out of 5s. We've got great usability ratings, and our customers seem to love us. I love this slide because really this generates some great conversation with our customers, and it helps our partners like Meridian drive great conversations with you as well. It's really, like I said earlier, Celigo is a platform, single pane of glass to manage your business processes and your integrations. But this slide kind of brings the conversation together of what applications do customers recognize in their environments, what departments are utilizing technology. And we really use this as a discovery conversation slide to understand your business, your unique tech stacks. It helps us identify where your business processes are, what's tied together. And it really helps us drive great conversations to really understand your unique needs as an organization. So why is Celigo different? We are the only partner out there or solution out there that has embedded business logic built into our platform. And really what we've done is we've studied all of the implementations and integrations that we've done in our past, and we continue to build upon that, leveraging the best practices so that those best practices are built into our platform. We're also the only solution out there that is built for not only IT, but for business users alike. And that's important because not every organization is going to have a deep technical knowledge on staff, and they may need somebody who has more of that functional consultant type of knowledge base around integrations, or just general understanding of I can manage these integrations simply by leveraging the platform. And Kevin will go into that a little bit later in his demo. But really, why it's important is having those features is it allows us to accelerate your business transformation quicker, and time to value is important, and lower cost of ownership is important as well. So we like to focus on our methodology that we've built from all of our experience that we've had in the past. We've been doing this for about 12 years now, and we've done over 20,000 different implementations. And we've recognized that there are pretty much 6 vital steps that are important to customer success when it comes to business process automation and integrations. And we like to solve for more than just connecting A to B. There's a lot of solutions that are out there that do that, but we want to look at your entire organization, what you're utilizing in your tech stack. We want to make sure that we're understanding your vital importance of your data and the processes that you have in place to make your business run and be successful. And we like to take a phased approach and really take that first step back to let's build that good foundation and understanding of your environment so that we can make the best recommendations. One of the challenges that we've seen from some of our partners or not partners, but competitors, is that they tend to focus on let's just solve for A to B, and let's just architect and implement this and get it over with. Really, to us, to Celigo, and to partners like Meridian, understanding your environment, building that solid foundation of understanding what your business processes look like, how to improve upon them, and make sure that we're making the best recommendations and focused on delivering integrations in a phased approach. We also like to have conversations around your maturity model. So we want to understand where are you at today, and where do you want to be in the future? And like I said earlier, 89% of IT teams have reported an integration backlog. And that's a challenge. Companies don't have all the technical knowledge on staff, but we want to understand your environment and how we can develop the best strategy for you and your organization so that we can get you from that ad hoc developing where you may have some point-to-point integrations and move to a more optimized approach. So like I said earlier, single pane of glass. So what is the power of our platform and why is that different? So Celigo is really, we have a variety of different ways that we can work with you to develop your business processes and integrations. And we have over 250 pre-built solutions in our marketplace. And that's one of the things that distinguishes us from our competition. These pre-built solutions are designed to allow you to have a faster time to value. And these solutions are built in a couple of different ways. So we leverage templates, and we also use integration applications, or how we call them IAs. They're built to make things easier. We've leveraged a lot of the roadmap expertise that we've done in our past to allow for more robust offerings regarding integrations, but also if there's not a pre-built solution already there, we have a very robust offering regarding custom integrations that can be developed when there isn't a pre-built solution. And then my last slide that I have before I hand it off to Kevin is the integration applications, or the IAs. I think Kevin's going to focus on doing a presentation, or at least a demo, on the Shopify integration application. Our integration applications are fully managed SaaS apps, meaning for you as a customer, when an update occurs, you as the customer and our partners don't need to manage it, that these updates to an integration app is done seamlessly and it will continue to work. And that's all that I have. Thank you. And Kevin, I'll hand it off to you for a demonstration on our environment.
Thank you, Craig. And first of all, nice to meet you all. Let me do one thing. Let me share my screen, and let me know once you see my screen. Give me 1 second. Let me know once you see my screen.
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. So this is the home page or landing page once you log into Integrator IO, which is Celigo's iPaaS platform. And today I'm using a demo environment, which is ETL demo master account. And you are seeing multiple tiles over here, right? And each, you can think of it as a folder, like each folder integrating various different applications together. For example, one is for Shopify NetSuite, one is for Walmart NetSuite, Amazon and NetSuite, BigCommerce and NetSuite, and so on. So today what I will do is, like, we have two different offerings. One is like our pre-built template, and one is our business process automation. So let me cover that piece, and then I will also cover custom flow, how to build a custom flow, what we have in place to build all those custom flows if required. So to start with, let me cover with our Shopify NetSuite integration app. And when I say integration app, it means like it is a production ready solution. You just need to install the template, connect to your NetSuite and Shopify environment, and with basic settings, you can go live integrating both this application. So let me open this particular tile over here. So, so over here, first thing what I will do is I will select my Shopify store, because I do have multiple Shopify store in my environment. So I will just select one. And we have all these objects which are available as a part of our pre-built solution. Like for We have to start with, we have product flow where you can integrate, you can bring in all your NetSuite items queue into Shopify. Then we have something called order flow where you can bring in all your whenever an order is created in NetSuite, sorry, in Shopify, it will be created in NetSuite. And if you notice, so let me cover this order flow in bit detail to give you like what we have in place. So if you notice over here, let me take this example. Shopify order to NetSuite sales order. If you see over here, it is a real-time flow. And when I so our platform do support real-time flow by using webhook, or you can for certain environment where the say for example if the endpoint doesn't support real time, you can always schedule it, you can set frequency up to every 15 minutes, or you can use cron expression and you can set frequency up to every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, whenever a new order is created in Shopify, an order will be created in NetSuite. And now what I will do is let me cover the setting piece over here. So if I go to settings over here, so this is where you can map your shipping method between Shopify and NetSuite. And if you just click over here, it will bring in all the shipping methods which are available in NetSuite. So you can easily map it right over here. Likewise for payment, you can map all your payment methods right over here between Shopify and NetSuite. For discount, you can decide over here in the selection like whether you want to have like how you want to capture your discount at the cart level, at the line level. Likewise for taxes, you can select like whether you want to bring in your tax from Shopify to NetSuite, or you want NetSuite to calculate the taxes for you. So basically all this, you can set this integration with this easy settings which are available right over here. So yeah, this is for order flow. Likewise, we have flows available for fulfillment where you can bring your fulfillment from NetSuite to Shopify or Shopify to NetSuite. Likewise, for inventory, we have a flow where you can bring in your inventory from NetSuite into the Shopify to make sure that the inventory between both the systems are up to date and are in sync. So our pre-built package do have all this flow pre-built for you, and just with minimum settings, you can go live all this, integrating this to application. So any questions so far? And so like, and even we have something called dashboard. Like if I click over here, it will give you some information like what was the which flow ran when it ran the last time, what was the average run time, and so on. So it will give you this all information. And say for example, if there are any errors, like for example when you are syncing up the customer between Shopify and NetSuite, and say email ID was missing for any reason, you don't have to come to our platform each and every time when there is an error. You can set up a notification based on the flow, and it will send you an email notification. So it is like a setup once and forget about it. If there is any error, you will get an email notification. Likewise for connectivity, if the connectivity for Shopify or for NetSuite is down, you will get an email notification. And then you can come in and you can see like what is wrong. You can provide that particular information, and the the flow is again up and running. Likewise, there is something called audit log, which will give you audit of each and everything, like who made changes to which flow with the user ID, so that if you want to dig in further, like what changes was made by whom, you can get all this information in our audit log. And in analytics, it will give you s- something like what are the success rate for the flow, what is the average processing time, what are the errors, like when it occurred, how many, uh, at what integration level, and flow ignored. So yeah, this is available on the integration level. Likewise, for user, you can decide like which user will have access to this particular integration, and what will be the access level, whether it is monitored or managed or administrator. So you can restrict to someone who can not make any changes to the flow, or if they have any administrator level access, they can modify the flow however they want to. So yeah, all these options are available within the integration app. And if I click on any of this flow, for example, if I go to product, if I click on this product flow, if I click on this mapping, so this is where we do mapping, where you can do mapping each field from Shopify with the each field in NetSuite. And say, for example, if you create any custom field, in that case, it will also pick up all those custom fields which are created. For example, over here, these are all the fields which are available in NetSuite. So if I just click over here, it will bring in all the fields which are available on the product master on NetSuite. So you don't have to remember the name of the field. Likewise, over here, if I just click in, it will bring in all the fields which are available on the Shopify item record, product record. So you can just do easy field to field mapping right over here. So let me close this. So any question on how our au- business process automation or integration app works? And if not, then I will cover now the other piece, which is like custom flow and marketplace and other piece. So let me go there. Let me go to the home screen over here. And now let me change my environment. Let me go to the environment where I create all my custom flows. And see now, if I if I want to integrate my NetSuite with Square, which is my POS, and I want to build a custom flow. So in that case, let me start building my custom flow from scratch. So let me just name the flow over here, get NetSuite item to Square POS product. And if I, so two main ingredients whenever you're building a custom flow is source and destination. Source is where I want to pull my data from. So in my case, I will select NetSuite. But before that, if you see over here, we have connectors available for more than 260 applications over here, like your Salesforce, your CRM with, uh, or maybe Snap Fulfill, which is your 3PL, or Magento, Mailchimp, or Marketo. Like lot of applications, for a lot of applications, we already have pre-built connectors available. And in case if you don't find one, you can leverage our universal connectors, which are over here, like REST API or HTTP or GraphQL, Webhook to connect to any business applications which are exposed to API. Also, we have pre-built connectors available for all these databases which you see over here. So in my example, let me select NetSuite, for which we have pre-built connectors already available. Let me select my connection because I have connected to my NetSuite instance. That is the reason I'm already selecting my connection. If I just quickly click on edit, you just need to provide authentication type, your account ID for NetSuite, and just click on save and authorize. And this is how you can set up connection to your NetSuite. So let me close this. Let me click on next over here. So what I want to do is I want to get all the items from NetSuite. So let me write that. Let me select my item over here, item API. And In NetSuite, you can set up a safe search for fetching all the information out from NetSuite. So you can create safe search within NetSuite, and using safe search, I can pull any information, whatever I want, into integrator IO. So let me select my safe search. Like I want to export square item. So let me select that. And within our platform, we have 4 different export type. All will export all the items which are available in NetSuite based on my safe search criteria. Delta will only export the items which are newly created based on the criteria, whatever I set up in the integrated IO. Limited ones are useful when you are testing the environment for the first time and you just want to bring in one data from NetSuite to Square. So that is where you can use once. So let me select over here. And if I click on preview, it will bring in the data in the JSON format. And this is how I come to know, okay, the connection is working between integrator IO and NetSuite. I can see the data right over here in JSON format. So let me just click on save and close over here. And if I click on destination, let me select Square. And again, for Square, we do have pre-built connector already available. And I want to import the items from NetSuite to Square. So let me select my connection, because I do have connection already established with my Square environment. But if I click on edit connection, you just need to mention the account type and the scope, what you like, whether you want to scope items, employee orders, just you need to click on save and authorized, and that is how you can establish a connection between your Square environment. Let me click on next. Let me name the object. And I can select my view over here. I can select what I want to create, which will be catalog, because that is what the API is to create item. And I can just select over here, like whatever I want to do with update item or modify list. Like from the API, you can select whatever you want to do in what operations you want to perform in Square. And this is how you can set up your connection between Square and NetSuite. So any questions so far? And after building a flow, what you can do is you need to turn on this particular flow. You just need to enable this particular flow, and you can then set the frequency depending on your business requirement, how frequently you want to bring in all the new items which are created in NetSuite into the Square. So you can set frequency up to every 15 minutes, or if you can use cron expression, and you can set up frequency up to every 5 minutes. And what it will do is every 5 minutes, it will run this particular flow. It will look for any new items which are created in NetSuite, and it will create an item in Square. So it is this easy to create a flow using integrator IO. And depending on business requirement, you can create your branching in case if you want to have certain criteria, that if the item is created in NetSuite with certain filled information, then you might want to create a branching where you say that, okay, item with certain information go into this Square account, versus if it is based on the different criteria, this item should go to the different Square POS. So you can set up branching way you want to, and you can filter out certain records. For example, say if you are creating a sales order and you just want to bring in sales order which are about $10 to NetSuite, you can just create you can give that particular condition in the output filter. So yeah, this is how you can create a flow from scratch. And now what I would like to show you is marketplace. Like if I click on this particular marketplace, over here you see all the multiple applications over here. And if I just search for NetSuite, and if I open NetSuite, it will bring in all the templates, which are like, again, like or integration app. I already covered one integration app, right, for Shopify and NetSuite. So likewise, we have integration app for Amazon and NetSuite, and so on. And for certain application where we don't have integration app, we have something called template. And the only difference between integration app and template is more customizable. You can you can download this particular. If you click on preview, it will give you the list of all the flows which are available for this particular template, and you can just install it. I click on install. You just need to provide connection for your 3PL, for your NetSuite, and just click on this install. And then it will install a template. And using template, you can modify it where you want to, or you can customize it where you want to, and you can build your own integration using a template. It is like a starting point, which comes with certain flow. You can leverage those certain flows, and you can build your own integration. So any questions so far? And the last piece, what I would like to cover over here is Celigo University. So if I click on Celigo University, it will open this particular page over here where we have important courses over here are this level 1 to level 4. So if you go through this level 1 to level 4 courses, you will be able to build your own integrations using our platform from scratch. And each course will roughly take around 1 week for you to complete those courses. And even if you complete till level 2, at least you will get some idea on how to build some easy flows. It will at least give you those information. So any questions so far?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could maybe talk a little bit about how errors are handled if there's kind of an error in the sync.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me go to my home screen and let me go back to my ETL channel because I did saw some error over here. So likewise, I see 10 errors over here in the platform itself for my integration app. So if I click on this, and again, you don't have to log into the system to see like if there are any errors. You will get an email notification like I mentioned earlier. So I see 10 errors over here. So if I click on this arrow, for example, in fulfillment, I do see one error. So let me click on this particular error. So see, it is giving me this particular message like why it failed because it did not find this particular information 3860. I know like what is the error code. Now I know like what is the source of the error, which is NetSuite. What is the classification and what is the timestamp. So it will give me all this information in my error flow. And like if depending on the error type, right, here the information does not exist. But say for example, so now I know like in NetSuite this information is not even there for, and that is the reason this is an error. So I can create that particular information in NetSuite, or I can ignore this particular error. But in the event, say for example, if it is like say in the fulfillment, the the let me think of an error. Like certainly, like it can be like something like maybe shipment details are missing. If that is the error, you can update it right on this particular platform, and you can just click on retry, and it will retry that particular error. Let me do one thing. Let me find another error over here. Let me go to my order and let me see if I can find an error. Which okay, right over here. So over here, if you see over here, you have an error, which is like it is referencing to the wrong key, and the source is again NetSuite. So you will see the error in the JSON format right over here. And you can, one option will be like, you can make, say for example, if the address is missing and that is the error, you can just make changes right over here, and you can just click on retry and next. So you don't have to go to the NetSuite to make those changes. You can make it right on the platform, and you can just click on retry and next. Now, like, even it is, so I already mentioned this, that you get an email notification. But say, for example, you are using Slack or Teams. So in that case, even we can we can create a flow where, in case of, if there are any errors, you will be getting a Slack notification or a message in Teams. Instead of monitoring your email directly, you will getting a message in Slack. So that is something possible. Now, also within our error management, what we have done is we have introduced some AI capabilities based on the classification. So for example, say now that, say for any reason, Shopify was down for an hour and your flow is running every 15 minutes. Say your product flow is running every 15 minutes, where new products are getting created. As the Shopify was down, definitely there will be multiple errors, right? So once the Shopify is up, and as soon as the first flow will run again, it will try to learn that, okay, these errors are because the Shopify was down, and it will try to auto run all these errors, so it will try to learn, and it will try to auto resolve those particular errors in certain events. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so any question on error management?
No, you really did a great job of covering it. I just want to make a note and say the error handling and error management aspect of Celigo is one of the things that we really value about the platform. And instead of just throwing an error or not even having any visibility, you can clearly see what's going on and how to resolve it in a way that I think really sets it apart from any other platform that could be similar.
Yes. And there are multiple resources available as well. Like if I click on help document, I'm in help over here. Then if I click on help center, it will, so I was on the Shopify integration app. So that is what it will open on the Celigo Help Center side. It will directly open Shopify to NetSuite integration app. And there are various documents which are available right over here. So one is for how to troubleshoot order errors, and lot many documents which are available over here. So depending on which integration you are working on, it will open the relevant document within our help center. Likewise, if you want to create a ticket, you can create a ticket right within our platform. You just need to click on this submit ticket, and you can create your ticket. So yeah, various other options are available within our platform. And for all the technical user, if you want to become more technical and if you want to customize your flow, we also have something called, you can write your JavaScript within the flow in case if you want to become a more technical, if you want to build your flow technically. But the goal of our platform is to support all the business users as well as all the developers. So even a business user with limited coding experience can create their own integration flow. And lastly, we have something called product portal. So if I click on product portal, this is where you will come to know like what all modification updates we are making within our integration app. And if you have any suggestions, you can submit your, or if you have any idea, you can submit your own idea, and our product team will monitor and will comment on that particular idea or suggestions. So yeah, Any question?
I don't think we have any questions in the chat.
Okay.
Good job,
All
Kevin. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
supporting me and Meridian for this demo and webinar. If anybody has any questions, you can reach out to your Meridian business contact and get Celigo involved to drive some additional conversations around your integrations and automation of your business processes. And we would look forward to working with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kevin. Wonderful demo, and Craig, thank for your descriptions, and thank you to our partners at Celigo. You know, we really at Meridian Business really view you guys as critical to our ability to provide value to our customers and help them not just develop their ERP systems, but change their business processes to better meet their needs in a way that is flexible and adaptable to a changing environment. This webinar has been fantastic. We really appreciate it. We will be posting a blog post with some of the content of this webinar, and look forward to hosting all of you next month for our partner webinar. We have not announced our sponsor yet, but stay tuned to your email. That should be coming out shortly. So from all of us here at Meridian Business, thank you so much for attending, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thanks.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thanks, Kevin.